London-based,
Jamaican bassline, deadly.
this is Deadly.
What's good, people? Welcome to Deadly Links. I am Becca D, and today I am chatting to a new Jamaican artist I'm super excited about, Jaz Elise. Welcome, Queen.
Greetings, Becca. It's nice to be here again, though virtually.
It's so nice to see your gorgeous face, and yeah, man.
Thank you.
I feel so proud. I feel so proud. Watching how much you've grown in this past year is amazing. So last time I saw you, right, we were on the beach, Wiki Wacky Beach in Jamaica, and we were filming for Deadly. You did some amazing live sessions as the waves were like crashing. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Since then,
It was.
Yeah, man, it was a vibe. And then since then, so much has changed. So much has changed. You signed to a major label. You put out your debut EP. I mean, can you talk us through the journey that you've been through in this past year?
It has been kind of crazy, since we last met up, on the beach and just had that vibe. As you say, I got, signed to a label and put out my debut EP in March, which was just such an experience for me to finally give people who've been waiting for some more music, a full project with 7 songs, and it's been a crazy ride so far, and especially in this time, putting out music and just waiting for people to just hear it and vibe with it and see how things go in this crazy time. So I'm happy.
Yeah, it's such a weird time for an artist to release their first ever project. Like, you're not even experiencing the industry as it usually is. But I'm excited. I'm very excited about where music is going in general, with people like you, like Leela, Runkus, Savannah, like the list goes on and on. It feels very much like you guys are all a part of this new movement that is really resonating around the world. And I wondered if it feels like that for you. Does it feel like you're a part of this movement? Or can you describe what is going on right now in the music scene around you?
It's interesting. I'll hear people say, yeah, man, there's a movement with you and it's, Leela, Sev and Coffee and it's young artists and stuff. And I get that, but I'm almost in it and not in it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just doing music. I'm just trying my best to, create sounds and just put out good music right now. And it just so happens that we're all doing that together at the same time, pushing out projects and stuff. So I definitely can see why people will see it as a movement. But for me, it's just love for music and doing music and putting it out, with people who are in the same space as me. So yeah, you can call it a movement.
It's a movement for sure. and we have to talk about your EP, The Golden Hour. It is a bit of me, it's a bit of me. It's so fresh, there's attitude, it's vibesy, but there's so much soul and feeling in it at the same time. Now that it's been, a month or so since you've dropped it, you've had time to sort of sit back and digest everything that's gone on with the release. How are you actually feeling about it all? How do you feel the reception has been? Talk me through it.
Yeah, let me tell you, when I put out this project, I had no expectations. I was like, all right, if 2 people listen to it, give thanks. 2 people are gonna like it. If 10 people listen to it, I didn't really have a lot of expectations. I had a little bit of anxiousness and anticipation, but I was really happy and kind of not shocked, but really happy and overwhelmed in a good way to see that people were really messing with my project. Like, they really, really loved it. And just to see how well it was doing in that first week and that first 2 weeks of being released, like number 2 on, reggae charts and charting really well. Even right now, we never fathomed that was even a possibility to be in any top 5 of anything, top 3 of anything, So people really seem to be digging the project, and I'm just happy because them could have hear it and don't care, so I'm just happy that people are feeling it and they're connecting with the music.
Yeah, man. Top 2 and next to Bob Marley as well. Crazy. I mean, did you really not ever see that happening for you? Like when you were younger and you were even more up and coming, is this not something that you could envision?
I don't want to say no, because I always had dreams of just doing something creative and music related. And when I started music, I didn't know where I wanted to go with it, or yeah man, I'm going to be the best this or the best that. I just say, yo, I'm going to put my all into this, and as many ears and hearts I can get, that is the ears and hearts that I want to hear my sound and hear my music. So for me, I just didn't put any cap on it. If it was 50,000 people in a stadium, then that was great. If it's 1 billion people, then I say, oh, that's dope. As long as I'm fulfilling like my best potential and doing my best in this thing, that's how I did really pre it. Never really think, yo, one day I go chart. And even though, for my 2021 vision board, I write down some things on me that I just like for happen. And for kind of see some of that manifesting is great, but it's just manifesting dreams. That's it for me right now. Good things.
I did a manifesting workshop the other day. This isn't a whole new thing for me, but visualizing things and manifesting, I had no idea how powerful that really is. Is that something that you do every year then? Do you do a vision board?
Every year. Since I've done it on and off, but definitely 2019, 2020, 2021. For this year, I did, I wrote down, no matter how crazy it sounded or how impossible or improbable it might have seemed, definitely I did that.
And now you're seeing your dreams come true. That's pretty cool. So listen, I'm interested as to why you called it the Golden Hour and what that means to you. And also, can you talk about the fact that it is 7 tracks long? I feel like most new artists, when they're dropping an EP, they'll give us maybe 3-4 tracks. Yeah. 7 is solid, and I appreciate that. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, you're welcome. You're welcome, and thank you. But all right, so the Golden Hour now, is really, I get a lot of inspiration when I'm just sitting on my balcony or just anywhere outside looking at nature and just the sky and everything. Not necessarily inspiration for music, but just peace and calm for myself. And this one particular day I was looking out and the sky was pinkish, reddish, and orangish, and the sun was setting, and it was just so peaceful. It was such a peaceful, energy filled, moody time, and I was just like, yo, this is dope. I feel great in this, whatever this moment is when I experience by myself. It feels amazing. And then at the time I was thinking of names for the project never even done yet, and I just say, yo, so this feeling when you have is kind of what I want people to feel when they listen to my project, like just that personal mood, feeling, energy, connection, and just that beautiful, magical moment. I said, that is how I want people who hear my project to describe it as, and to just feel it in themselves. So I kind of just stuck with the name, the Golden Hour, after that.
Yeah, it works so well, especially, I've been to Habitat, which is where you are right now, Protoje studio. Yeah. The view from there is insane, and Golden Hour, sunset, sunrise, that is the spot for inspiration, isn't it?
It really is.
So 7 tracks, was that intentional to make it such a heavy project? Why did you decide to put out more tracks than just keep it 3, 4?
Like 5 or 6?
Or 4. Yeah, I just felt like the more songs I did, the more, because there are a lot more songs that didn't make it, you know what I mean? But the more songs I did, and as we kind of started to peel away the songs and choose the ones that we really, really, really felt. I just, okay, 4 songs just never feel like enough for myself or even Diggy, because Diggy really had a strong hand in just putting it together. And the only song I fought for was the 7th track, which was Breathe. And I just felt like it was important to be on. It almost never make it. But just because of what my day I got through and the time, and it was such a personal song, I just feel like what it do for me, it could have do for somebody else where we're feeling down or, in this time. So that's the one I fought for that made it 7. So it is full. It's a little full project.
It is full to the brim, for sure. Oh my gosh, I'm so pleased that you kept track 7 on and fought for it, because that is like, it's funny, it is kind of like one track for every day of the week, and Breathe is the Sunday tune, isn't it? That's what I like to put on when I'm lighting some candles, trying to have a little vibe, maybe have a bath. Like, that is the tune where you just sit and just go. It's funny, I was talking to Protoje before you were signed to Indignation, and he just kept bringing you up, and he kept saying, like, this girl, she just stands out from everybody else, like, not even just with her talent, but with her work ethic. And he was saying how hard you work, and he was always blown away by that you put in the hours and you would stay in the studio all night until the track is done. And so it made me wonder what studio time is like for you. Can you set the scene a little bit? Like, who's there? What does the vibe need to be like? Are you there all night long, days on end? Tell us about the process of making this EP.
Well, for this project now is a whole heap of different things. So I make music I don't want to say it's a weird way, but I'm a very feeling person when it comes to music. So I don't really have a discipline of, all right, today I'm going to write. I have to be feeling it. I have to be inspired by something. So it's either the rhythm have to inspire me, or I'm going through something right now and I just have to let out. And so a lot of the project was like that. I'd be vibing by myself at home, maybe with my guitar, and then I'd come to studio and then spend hours just like working it out, link a producer, link JLA, link Ayatash, link Zaya, Natural High, Izzy, and just spend hours going through the ideas. And that's just the process. You throw away some and you just spend more hours and you vibe some. Then I go back in my solitude by myself and then just work on some more things, express some more feelings. And so when I'd come to Habitat now, a lot of times I didn't spend like days and days and days because my brain will just burn out that way. But I spent a lot of time, like I will spend all the time I need to finish something for sure. So if it's all night, did couple all-nighters here, but I will definitely put in the hours to make sure say it sound like I feel like it's a sound music wise and just vocal wise. And yeah, come I feel like everybody forget the best. You forget the best of the emotions and the best of the feelings.
And so you put this out in the middle of a worldwide pandemic, your first ever project. I mean, how bizarre that and you haven't even had a chance to tour it, to perform the tracks, to travel the world. No. Like, it's all going to go off when restrictions are lifted and life goes back to normal again. I mean, I'm very excited for you, I've got to say.
No, I can't wait. Honestly, like I can't wait. Not a nice like stage. I'll see people post, like musicians will post their drum covers to After 3, and dancers are doing their dance covers to Radio and Elevated and different songs. And I'm just like, Lord God, I can't wait for just be on a stage and perform this in front of people and just perform for people. It should be fun.
What's the Jaz Elise show gonna look like? A big stage show? Can you describe the vibe?
Oh my gosh, it's just gonna be nice. Like I want a Jaz Elise show to feel massive but so intimate. You know what I mean? Like no matter the biggest crowd of people, you feel like me I sing to you personally. I don't need no big antics and no big, nothing like that, but you look one fire here and there for good over evil, and just like some crazy bass lines and guitar riffs and just high energy, and then like some really slow, intimate moments. That's how I feel. It's just energy.
And some fire catsuits.
Catsuit is necessary.
You are killing the catsuit game right now, I've got to say. So look, I mean, we've brought up Protoje a couple of times. You're obviously at the studio right now, and I feel like we have to acknowledge how this last year has been for you. It's got a lot to do with him, right? Yeah, I wonder what the biggest lesson that you've learned from Protoje is.
Him have this thing where him say it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And sometimes it gets so frustrating, especially like as an independent artist for a very long time. And I'm still a very independent person, you know, but it's like just going from all the drive and then the uncertainty, you know, you're in a sea of uncertainty. And sometimes it can be a little anxiety provoking and a little frustrating if you don't quite know what's happening or where you're going. And sometimes you just have to go through the motions and know say nothing is just a quick bus or a quick, like you want a career in this thing, and it's a marathon. So everything that I'm doing is working towards like the type of life and the type of career and stability that I want. So that's really something that him definitely drive home with me. And I've seen it manifest in other artists that he's been a part of, where it's just a journey. All of these things are stepping stones for a greater career. So that's one of the main things that I keep with me.
I mean, this whole last year has been a struggle for so many people. And yes, it's brought a lot of pain and suffering around the world. But what I'm trying to do at the moment is look for the positives, because I used to be such a pessimist, and I'm really trying to look on the positive side of life, and it's working for me. It's doing good. But I wonder what, for you in this last year, what good has come out of this downtime? I mean, obviously your EP, which is a big look. But I also mean on a personal level. What have you learned about yourself? What sort of things have you introduced to your life in this last year that you never used to do before?
That's such a question. It's a tough question, you know, Becca, because I feel like there were parts of last year that were really, really rough for me personally. Just the whole pandemic and not being able to be around family, even while I was making music. And just the uncertainty of some of it, you know. But I think one thing it taught me, to be honest, is that social support is very important for me. And sometimes it can mean just reaching out, calling somebody, reaching out to somebody, sending a message. Those little things that we used to take for granted, to how it just helps us to ground ourselves and to just be stable. And you know, it gave me a lot of hope to just be able to message my mom and just check in on my friends and drive out somewhere and go look at the water and the sky. And it's just those little things, and for really focus on my mental. Like it's an everyday thing for me, for just take care of myself on a mental level, for just every day.
What kind of things do you do to take care of your mental health?
Like I do a lot of meditation. I do a lot of breathing. I do a lot of like guided meditation, you know, and yoga, that kind of thing. And I just make sure I take time out of my day for using me, like pray and give thanks and just center myself and stay connected to people. Because this is such an isolating time if you're not careful.
For real. I'm on a very similar journey to you with just working on the old mental health. I feel like right now, actually, since we're both on the same vibe, should we just take a breath? Let's just do a mindful breath right now. Ready?
Yes, we can do that.
Okay. Yes. We are present right now.
Like that. So zen.
So the zenest interview ever. So what's next for you then, Queen? Where are you going to what journey are you taking us on next?
Just more visuals. Whole heap of visuals are coming, just more music, just pushing and focusing on this project right now. But once I take a beat, it's just back to the studio to just make more sounds and tell more life stories.
And hopefully touring very soon.
There's that.
Tightly crossed. All right, well, thank you so much, my love. What a great way to end this amazing chat. Thank you, Jaz Elise. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Yes. Yeah, man, thank you. This was fun. Hopefully next time we'll get to do it in person.
100%.
And also personal vibes.
I can't wait. Thank you, Queen.
Deadly Links.